Hello everyone, my name is Rahim Sheikh and today we are going to discuss the simple present tense. So I will tell you what you are going to learn from this video. First we will discuss when do we use simple present tense. After finishing that we will discuss the structure of simple present tense. And in the last we will discuss few example of simple present tense. And in the last you will get one exercise and you have to answer in the comment section. Okay. So now let's start the session. So first, when do we use the simple present tense? So we use simple present tense to tell about the regular activities or everyday activity. You can say everyday activity. So where we are using simple present tense, first thing is we use simple present tense to tell about everyday's activity. Example, every day I go to school. So this sentence belongs to a simple present tense. So here the second use, that is facts. To tell the facts we use simple present tense. So the earth revolves around the sun. So this is the fact, right? So to tell this fact we use simple present tense. Okay, you understood up to this. So to tell the everyday's activity and to tell the facts we use simple present tense. We use simple present tense. So this is when we have to use simple present tense. Now after this we will discuss the architecture of simple present tense. So now see the architecture of simple present tense. Now a sentence can be positive sentence, a sentence can be negative, and it can be interrogative. So we will see the structure of all these different sentences. Okay, so first we will discuss the positive statement or positive sentence, you can say positive sentence. So here the structure of positive sentence in simple present tense is subject plus verb first form plus object. Okay, this is the structure of simple present tense in positive sentence. What is the first one? Subject. After that, verb first form. We discussed all the verbs and their forms in the first video itself. Okay, this is why I told you to learn the verb and their forms. Here we use all these forms. Okay, if you don't know the forms, so you can't understand this tense properly. So before watching this video you should watch first and second video, then only you can understand this properly. First subject, verb first form, and after that object. Now here try to understand what is subject. Subject is a person or thing which perform the action in a sentence. So if I want to tell in the grammatical, it can be noun or pronoun. So subject can be noun or pronoun. A subject of sentence can be noun or pronoun. So verb. So verb, you know, it is an action word. It is an action word. The word which denotes or refers to an action, that is verb, action word. And after that, after verb, whatever part comes, that is object. So after verb, whatever part comes, that is object. So up to now you understood what is the structure of a simple present tense in positive sentence. Subject plus verb plus object. Subject plus verb plus object. So what is the subject here? Subject can be noun or pronoun. After that, verb. What does mean by verb? We already discussed that it is an action word. After that, object. Whatever part comes after subject, after verb, that is object. So up to this you understood. Now let's take one example of simple present tense which is positive. So first example. So see, I go to school. I go to school. This is very simple example, right? So every day you listen that I go to school. So we discussed first. We use simple present tense to tell the everydays, or you can say regular activities. So this is the regular activity because you go to school every day, right? So this is regular activity. So now here I is subject. I is subject. Go is the first form of verb, and this is object. So this is the structure. This is the first example of simple present tense. I go to school. I go to school. After that, you can take another example, that Ram sings a song. Now this is little bit tricky here. Ram is subject, right? And sings is a verb. Now this is first form, but sing is a first form. Yes, here I have added extra. I will tell you why. And this is object. Now see, you should know before misunderstanding this, you should know singular and plural. So if you know, it's good. Singular means which tells about single person, thing, or it can be anything which is single, that is singular. And when it comes to plural, whenever there is more than one, that is plural. So for third person singular in simple present tense, only in simple present tense, if subject is third person singular, we add yes or es after the verb. So I will repeat one more time. Okay, in simple present tense, whenever subject is a third person singular, after verb we add yes or es. Okay, then only it is right sentence. If you are not adding yes here, so it is wrong. Okay, so what is the first example? I go to school. Here I is subject, go is first form of verb, and to school is object. In second sentence, Ram is a subject, sings is a verb first form, and a song is object. Okay, up to this everyone understood. These are the two examples for simple present tense in positive sentence. So this is all about positive sentence. So I'll take few more examples so you will get better understanding. So here I will write 2-3 more examples. They dance in the class. They dance in the class. They dance in the class. So here, what is subject? They is subject. Dance is a verb. Why dance is a verb? Because from dance only we are getting to know what action is going on there, and remaining part is object. Okay, so you understood. They dance in the class. They is subject, dance is verb, and in the class is object. So let's take one more example. He was writing, he writes a letter. He writes a letter. So now tell what is the subject here. He is subject. Writes is verb first form, or you can say yes, it is first form only, and this is object. Now see, even here I have added yes. It is not right, it is writes. Why? Because he is third person singular. Now see, I and we come in the first person, where the person who is talking is involved, that is first person. Okay, so only I and we are the first person. You is the second person. You is the second person. After that, whatever subjects we have, those all are third person. So for only singular, which is the third person singular, for that we use yes or es after the verb. So here verb is right, and that is why I am adding yes, because the subject is third person singular. Okay, so after that, last example I will take for you, that is we read a book. We read a book. Now here, what is the subject? This we is a subject. Read is a verb first form, and a book is a object. Okay, so here I have taken almost 5 examples, and using that I explained you how this structure works. First subject will be there, after that first form of verb will be there, and in the last object will be there. So what you need to understand here, whenever subject is third person singular, after verb you have to add yes or es. If you understood this much, so you understood this positive sentence in simple present tense perfectly. If you have any doubt, you can add that into the comment section. So till now we have discussed positive sentence and simple present tense. Now let's discuss the negative sentence. First we will discuss what is the negative sentence. So in the positive sentence there was no negative word like not, never. So here in negative sentence, so negative word will be there. Usually we use not. So whenever not is there in any sentence, that sentence becomes negative sentence. Okay, so let's see the structure of negative sentence in simple present tense. So for means in the structure, subject is at the first place, subject plus do or does. After that a not. After that first form of verb in the last object. So this is the structure of negative sentence in simple present tense. Subject, you know. You don't know, do and does. Right? Not, you know. This is the negative word. After that, first form of verb. And after that, object. Now, do and does. Let's talk about this. First, do and does. So, in the first video, we discussed these are the helping verbs, right? These are the do forms, primary helping verbs. So here these helping verbs we are using in negative sentence. So in positive there is no helping verb. If you see subject plus first form of verb plus object, this is the structure of positive sentence in simple present tense. But when you come to the negative sentence in simple present tense, you will see do or does. So you have to use this helping verbs. Otherwise you can't form the negative sentences in the simple present tense. So first see when we have to use do and does. Whenever subject is third person singular, so we have to use does. Whenever subject is third person singular, so does we use with third person singular subject, third person singular. So here does we use with third person singular subject. So whatever subject left which are not third person singular, we use do with that. Okay, which are not third person singular. The subjects which are not third person singular, with those subjects we use do. Okay, so for that you should know what are the third person singular subjects. So first person means where you or I include myself, where I include myself. So for first person only two subjects are there, that is I and we. These are the first person. Now coming to the second person, only one subject is there, that is you, for second person. In the last, that is third person. So in the third person we are talking about singular, right? Only with singular third person singular we use does. So like she, he, it, and all the names like Ram, Sham, whatever names are there, this all comes in the third person singular. This all comes in the third person singular. For these subjects we use does. For these subjects we use does. And apart from this, for first person, second person, or with the third person plural like they and boys, you can take boys, girls. All these are the third person plural nouns, or you can say subjects. So here we use to. With these plural subjects we use to, and with the third person singular we use does. Okay, after this you understood. So where when we have to use does and when we have to use to. Okay, now let's move ahead, and now we will see few examples so you can understand in the better way. So first example of negative sentence in simple present tense, that is he does not write exam. He does not write exam. He does not write exam. Here, this is subject, right? And this subject is third person singular. That is why I used here does not. Okay, he does not write. Write is the first form of verb and this is object. He does not write exam. He does not write exam. Now let's see another example. They do not read a book. They do not read a book. They do not read a book. Here they is subject and this is third person plural subject. Okay, this is not singular. That is why I have used here do not. Here we used does not because the subject was third person singular. Here the subject is third person plural. So for that also we have to use do not. Here read the first form of verb and this is object. Okay. So let's see another example. Ram does not sing a song. Does not sing a song. Ram does not sing a song. So here Ram is a noun, right? But it comes in the third person singular. I told you few examples. All nouns come in the third person singular. And that is why here I have taken does not. Okay. After that, first person of first form of verb in the last object. So these are the few examples. So first, what you have to understand here: subject plus do or does plus not plus V1 plus object. What are the few examples? He does not write exam. He does not write exam. Here we are using does not because the subject is third person singular. After that, they do not read a book. They do not read a book. Here I am using do not because this is third person plural and for plural subjects we use do. So here Ram does not sing a song. All the names are third person singular. So here Ram does not sing a song. Okay, let's see a few more examples so you can get a few better understanding. So for each of the type we are taking five examples, right? So this is the fourth one. Now let's take one. I do not eat fruits. I do not eat fruits. This is the example, but you should eat fruits, right? It is good for your health. Okay, this is only example. So what is the subject here? I. This is subject. Do not. Here I have taken do not. I didn't take the does not. Why? Because this is first person singular. Okay. So for negative I have taken do not. After that first form of verb and this is the object. So what is the sentence? I do not eat fruits. I do not eat fruits. Next example. We do not go to gym. We do not go to gym. You should go to gym if you have time. Okay. So here, what is the subject? Subject is we. After that, do not. So for negative sentence, I have taken do not here. After that, first form of verb and remaining part is object. So here, what are the example? I do not eat fruits. We do not go to gym. Here, in the both sentences, I have taken do not. Because here these two subjects are first person first thing, and does we only use for third person singular, and apart from that we use only do. Okay, so this is all about negative sentences in simple present tense. So after this we will discuss the interrogative sentences. In that we have two types. First one is verbal interrogative sentence and second one is WH interrogative sentence. Now let's see the interrogative sentence. Okay, so here I will wipe it this. You can say interrogative or you can say question. So both are the same. Okay, verbal interrogative sentence or you can say verbal question. Verbal, there is one more name for this, verbal or yes no type. Yes no type questions. Yes no types. Yes no type questions. Verbal or yes no types questions. Why yes no types, you will get to know now. First, let's see the structure. What is the structure? In simple present tense, the structure of verbal or you can say yes no type questions. Okay. So first, let's see the structure. So here, at the first place, we use do or does. Do or does. After that, subject. After that, first form of verb, and after that, object. Okay, this is the structure of verbal or you can say yes no type question. You can say verbal question or you can say yes no type question. Now why we are telling verbal question? Do or does, these are the verbs, right? We discussed that these are the primary verbs. This is why, this is one reason we are telling this as verbal question. And there is one more reason for that we say this as a yes no type question. You will get to know after discussing few examples. Okay, now first, you know everything you know from this, right? So only you have to understand the structure. Here at the starting point we are taking do and do or does, not both, only one we have to take, do or does. After that, subject. After that, first form of verb, and after that, object. Okay, so this is the structure. Now let's see few examples. So first example, do I, do you go to school? Do you go to school? So what is the first example here? Do you go to school? Do you go to school? Here see, do we are using at the first position. Okay, here we are using do, that is the difference. Okay, so it becomes now this is the question. So what do you, this is subject, this is first form of verb, and remaining all is the object. So this is an interrogative question or you can say interrogative sentence. So this is verbal question. I told you the reason. So it is starting with the verb. Do is a verb and it is starting with that helping verb. That is why this is the verbal question. Or and there is one more thing, right? Yes no type question. So why this is yes no type? See, this is question, right? Now you can answer this question in two ways. You can answer with the yes or you can answer with the no. And this is the reason we can say this question as yes no type question. So each of these question can be answered in two ways, with positive and with negative answer. So positive means yes, negative means no. Now see, what can be the positive answer for this question? Do you go to school? Yes, I go to school. Yes, I go to school. So what is the positive answer? Yes, I go to. Now this is the simple, this is the positive sentence in simple present tense. Okay, subject plus v1 plus object, right? Now this is the positive answer. Now negative answer, no, no, I do not go to, I do not go to school. I do not go to school. Now this is the question and these are the two answers. One is the yes positive answer, one is a no negative answer. Yes, I go to school. No, I do not go to school. So this is the question. So this can we can say a verbal question or we can say a yes no type question. So why verbal question you understood, why yes no type question you understood. Let's take another example. Okay, this is the one example. After that we will see another example. Does he, does he Does he come to market? Does he come to market? Now you have to tell me the answer. What can be the positive answer for this? So first tell me why this is question, because it is starting with the helping verb, right? Helping verb does. And why does is here? Because the subject is third person singular. So see, this do and does always come with the subject, and it follows the subject verb agreement. If subject is plural or it is not singular, third person singular, so we always have to use do. If it is third person singular, then only we have to use does. So does verb, first form of verb, and after that object. Does he come to market? This is question, right? So what is the positive answer? Yes, yes, he comes. He comes to market. Now see, here it is comes. In the previous answer, it was only without yes. So what was the here? Yes, see, yes, he comes to market. Yes, he comes to market. No, he does not. He does not come to market. Come to. So this is the positive answer. This is the negative answer. What is the question? Does he come to market? What is the positive answer? Yes, he comes to market. Yes, he comes to market. Negative answer. No, he does not come to market. Here, see, here does is there. That is why in negative answer does came. But in positive answer there is no does. We have to use yes or yes after the verb. This is the positive statement, right? In simple present tense, we already discussed that whenever the subject is third person singular, we have to use yes or yes after verb. But in negative, we are not using that. So you have to remember this thing, because does is there, right? So when does or do is there, we don't use anything with the verb. We simply use first form of verb. So here there is no yes in negative. Only in positive we have to use yes or es after verb. So now let's see another example. So third example is, does she, third example, does she write a letter? Does she write a letter? So this is question, right? It is starting with does. So it is verbal question. Now answers, positive answer. What is the positive answer? Yes, she writes. She writes a letter. Yes, she writes a letter. Yes, she writes a letter. Now here I am adding yes, the same. She is third person singular, and that is the reason here in the positive sentence we have to add yes or yes after the verb. Okay. In negative, no, she does not. She does not write a letter. She does not write a letter. Now see here. Here yes is not there. Here yes is there. Here why yes is not there? Because here does is there. Whenever even in the question C, here it is right. Why right? Because does is here. Okay, that is why we are not using yes or yes. But in the positive sentence, there is no yes, there is no does, and that is why we have to use yes or yes after the verb. But when you see in the negative sentence, so does is there. No, she does not. So here after the verb, we no need to use the yes or yes. So no, she does not write a letter. No, she does not write a letter. So what is the question? Does she write a letter? Positive answer, yes, she writes a letter. Negative, no, she does not write a letter. Okay. Up to this you understood. We will see two more examples, right? So let's see the fourth example. Do we eat mango? Do we eat a mango? Eat a now kids who are very small, right? They will ask question like this: do I eat mango? Can I eat mango? Like these questions they will ask, right? So what is the question? Do we eat a mango? Do we eat a mango? So here you can answer this question in the two ways. You know that, right? Positive or negative. If the answer is positive, you have to answer with yes. Yes, we eat mango. Yes, we eat a mango. Eat a. And if it is negative, no, we do not. We do not eat a mango. So here see, we are not using yes or yes after the verb. Why? Because this is not third person singular. Okay, what is the question? Do we eat a mango? Positive answer, yes, we eat a mango. Negative answer, no, we do not eat a mango. Yes, we eat a mango. No, we do not eat a mango. So this is the fourth example. So we will see one more example. So we will take little bit different example. So this example will be fifth. Do you wake up early? Do you wake up early? So this is the question your teacher will ask you sometimes, right? So what she will ask, do you wake up early in morning? So few will wake up and few will not, right? So here what can be the positive? Who wakes up early? The people who wake up early, so they can give the positive answer. What? Yes, yes, I wake up early. I wake up early. But few lazy people will be there. They will wake up just before 15 minutes of the school time. So what they will give the answer? They will tell I wake up early. But actually, what should be the real answer? No, I do not. I do not wake up early. I do not wake up early. So what is the question? Do you wake up early? So positive answer, yes, I wake up early. No, I do not wake up early. So here this is question. This is subject and this is verb and this part is object. Here this is subject, this is verb first form and this is object. Here this is subject, this is for negative, this is first form of verb and this is object. So up to this, if you understood, so the next part is very easy. So after this we will discuss a few WH questions. It is the similar, okay, not same but similar. So here what you have to understand in verbal or yes no type questions, it starts with the do or does. This question starts with the do or does, and after that it follows the subject plus verb first form plus object. So whenever any sentence is starting with do or does, you need to understand that that is the verbal question, and you can answer that question with yes or no. Okay. So that's it in the verbal question. Now let's discuss the WH questions. So first, tell me the WH words if you know. Okay. So what are the WH words? So words, means few words are there. Even few people said WH questions. So there are few words like what, when, how, why. So there are many words like that. Here, if you see this all means using these words, we frame the questions. And what is the common in this sentence? If you see WH is common in all the words. So this is the reason we say WH words are WH questions. So using when we frame a question using these words, it becomes WH question. Now we will see the structure for the WH questions in simple present tense. So first we will take the WH word. Okay, after that do or does according to the subject we have to take, and after that we have to take first subject, after that first form of verb and object. So this is the structure for the WH question. Now it is simple, right? If you see this much, so this is the structure for verbal question. Okay, do or does plus subject plus verb first form plus object. So this is the structure for verbal question. If we are adding WH word before that, so it becomes WH question. Let's take an example. Do you go to school? Okay, do you go to do you go to school? So this is the question, right? This is the verbal question because it is starting with do. But if I am telling that when do you go to school, when, now it became WH question. When do you go to school? When do you go to school? Now here we can't answer this question with yes or no because this is WH question and you have to give the proper answer. When means here time you have to tell. At 8 o'clock I go to school. At 8 o'clock or whatever time you go to your school, you can tell here the answer. Okay. So what is the first sentence? When do you go to school? After that, second sentence using where I have not written here, but it is also one WH word. Where does where does she live? Where does she live? So this is another WH question. This is the first one, this is second one, and this is the structure. Okay, everything whatever I'm writing on the board, you have to note it down. So whenever you are watching my video, the first thing you have to do is you have to take out your notebook, and whenever I'm stopping, okay, so you just have to stop the video and you have to write. Whenever I'm writing something, so you should copy that into your notebook, then only you can refer that, right? So what is the second question? Where does she live? Where does she live? So if you compare with this structure I have written, right, here there is no object, so this is optional part. Okay, even if you don't write object is fine, but up to verb you must have to write. So now see, this is the WH word and this is the do or does. So here according to the subject we have to take, this is the subject and this is the first form of verb. Does, because the subject is third person singular. Okay, so whenever the verb is the subject is third person singular, you must have to use does. That is the thing you have to understand here and you have to remember that. So here if you see in the first sentence, this is the WH word and after that do. From the formula we have taken you do. Why you have taken do? Because this is not third person singular. Okay, after that remaining part is object. After this you understood. So let's take one more example. Why why do you come to school? No, yes, it is also why do you come to school? So here these questions you can't answer with yes or no, right? Already I told, if someone is asking you why do you come to school, you can't answer that yes I come to school or no I don't come to school, so they will think you are mad. Okay, don't answer like that. So what you have to understand here, see the structure. First WH word, after that do, because here you is the subject, after that first form of verb, and after that object. Let's take one more example. So here we can use how. How does she make food? So whenever you go to see your wife first time, means you ask to the relatives, how does she make food, or you can say, how does she prepare food? Okay, so yes, everyone asks, even you should ask that, it is good, but you will not get the real answer from their relatives. They will tell the lies. So it's up to you, so how much you believe in them. So here, what is the question? Here you need to understand the question. How does she make food? How does she make food? Here, first WH word, after that does, because she is there, again she is there. Okay, after that make, first form of verb, and after that object. So one more question I will take, which will be the last question for this video. So here, when, where, why, how. So what left? What. So whenever we are framing a question using what, so there will be no object in that question. Okay, what. What does what does Ram write? What does Ram write? Let's say every day Ram writes something. So obviously their friends will ask that, what does Ram write? So here, what is WH word, after that does, obviously because Ram is third person singular, and right, and this is the first form of verb. So here, what you have to understand, till now we covered positive sentence, after that we covered negative sentence, after that we covered the verbal questions, and after in the at the last we covered the WH questions. Okay, if you understand all this, so apart from this you will never get anything in simple present tense. So if you watched this video till now I will tell you, I will transform some sentences from positive sentence to negative, from negative to means verbal question, and later on to the interrogative means WH questions. So I will take 2-3 examples. Later on I will give you one exercise, and you have to write the answers in the comment box. Even if you maintain one book, it is good. Even you can write in your practice notebook, but try to revise it once a week. Okay, then only you can remember all this. So till now you understood positive statement in simple present tense, negative statement means sentence in simple present tense. After that we discussed verbal question, and in the last we discussed the WH questions. Okay, so which comes in the simple present tense. Now I will take some examples which are the positive statements. Later we will turn those statements into negative, and afterwards we will turn those statements into verbal questions. In the last we will turn those statements into WH questions. Okay, so like this, if you practice you will get the good idea how it is working in simple present tense. Okay, so first let's take one positive sentence in simple present tense. So first I will take Ram sings a song. Sings a song. So this is the positive statement. This is the subject, verb, and object. Here after verb I am using yes because the subject is third person singular. After that, when I want to turn this sentence into negative, we use do not or does not, right? So according to the subject, we have to use do and does. So here the subject is third person singular, so definitely I have to use does not. So what will be the negative sentence? Ram does not sing a song. Sing a song. Now who will tell why here yes is not there after sing? Because does is there, right? And I already told you that whenever does is there, you should not write yes or yes after the verb. Here we have written because does is not there. Here does is there. Now let's take the one verbal question. So what will be the, in the verbal question, verb will come first. Here helping verb, not main verb. Only helping verb will come at the first position. Here what is the helping verb? Does is the helping verb. So does Ram sing a song? sing a song. So this is the verbal question. Now you can answer this question, yes, Ram sings a song, or you can answer negative answer, that is Ram does not sing a song. So now last one is WH question. So just tell me what WH word we should choose here. So I can choose the when. When does Ram when does Ram sing a song? So here you can see this sentence and this part from here to here, and this part is same. Only here we have added WH word. So it became WH question. This is verbal question. This is negative sentence, and this is positive sentence. So I will take one more sentence, and after that you have to solve the exercise. Okay. So I will take one more sentence and I will transform that into negative and verbal and question, WH question. So let's take one more example, that they they what they write their homework. They write their homework. So this is the positive statement, right? What is the positive? They write their homework. So now see what will be the negative here. In the first example, it was does. Okay, because that was the subject was the third person singular. Here the subject is not third person singular, so we should use do instead of does. Okay. So see here, what is the negative? They do not. They do not write their homework. Homework. So here I'm not writing work because the space is not enough. So you have to understand that. Okay. So they do not write their homework. They do not write their homework. So next. So here what I will do. So place is not enough, right? So instead of there, we can remove there. So they write homework. They do not write homework. So instead of their homework, we can write only homework. Okay. So first is they write homework, and the negative one is they do not write homework. So now the question will start, the verbal question will start with the helping verb, right? So here we can't use does because the subject is not third person singular. Here it is plural. So we have to use do. So do they write homework? Do they write homework? So now you can answer this question with yes or no. Yes, they write homework. No, they do not write homework. So here the fourth one is WH question. So what how we will use WH word how. How do they write their homework? How do they write homework? So here see, first I have taken the positive statement, or you can say positive sentence. They write homework. After that the same positive sentence we converted to the negative one. So they do not write homework. Later on, do they write homework? So this is verbal question. In the last, how do they write homework? So this became what? WH question. So like this, you have to write the four sentences for each of the positive sentence. So all should be simple. All should be in the simple present tense. So for your understanding, I will give you five sentences. So just try to write for first sentences for those. Okay. So first sentence will be she. She cleans house. She cleans house. She cleans the house. So first one, she cleans a house. After that, they they jump every day. Every day they jump every day. Third one is I come to market. So after that, fourth one is Rahul. Rahul writes a poem. Rahul writes a poem, and the last one is uh, which name should I take? Uh, Rupa. Rupa prepare food. Rupa prepare food. Now see, these all are in the simple present tense, and these all are the positive statements, or you can say sentences. Now for each of the sentence you have to write four sentences. So first should be positive sentence, after that negative, after that verbal question, and in the last 8 should be WH question. So total how many, including this 5, if you multiply 5 by 4, so total 20 sentences you have to write in the comment section. Then only I will get to know you understood all the simple present tense perfectly. Okay, thank you for watching this video, and just subscribe my channel and hit that bell icon to see the upcoming videos. Also on each of the type of the tense, I will upload one video, and I will make sure that you are understanding everything. So thank you.